What if I told you the next space race won't be fought with rockets, but with rocks? Yeah, you heard me right. Rocks. Specifically, a group of elements so rare, so coveted, they hold the keys to the future of space exploration. Ukraine is sitting on a resource so powerful, it could fuel the next generation of satellites, rockets, and even interplanetary missions. And right now, the United States is making a move to secure it. This is the untold story of rare earth elements, a high-stakes US-Ukraine deal, and the future of the space industry. Alright, let's break this down. We're talking about the periodic table, that big, colorful chart from high school chemistry class. Don't worry, there won't be a quiz. But tucked away in that table are 17 elements most people have never even heard of. These are the rare earth elements, or REs, and they're not your average metals. We're talking about neodymium, dysprosium, terbium, names that sound like they belong in a science fiction novel. But trust me, their impact on our world is very, very real. These elements are the hidden ingredients in almost every piece of advanced technology we rely on. Your smartphone, packed with rare earths. That electric car everyone's talking about, yep, rare earths again. And don't even get me started on the military applications. From fighter jets to missile guidance systems, rare earths are essential for national defense. To build the spacecraft of tomorrow, the kind that will take us to Mars and beyond, we need rare earths. They're used in everything from rocket guidance systems and ion thrusters to the most advanced satellites and sensors. Without them, our dreams of exploring the cosmos are grounded before they even leave the launch pad. Think about it. To navigate the vast distances of space, you need incredibly precise instruments. Instruments that can withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, and the harsh conditions of the cosmos. Now, you might be thinking, okay, these rare earth elements sound pretty important, so where do we get them? Well, that's where things get a little complicated. You see, while rare earth elements are found all over the world, the actual process of mining, refining, and producing them is incredibly complex and frankly, quite dirty. And for decades now, one country has dominated this industry, China. As it stands, China processes over 85% of the world's rare earths. That's not just a majority, folks, that's a near monopoly. They've got the infrastructure, the expertise, and frankly, they've been playing the long game when it comes to securing their position in this critical market. Now on the surface you might think, well, if China's good at it, let them handle it. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. This dominance gives China enormous leverage on the global stage. Imagine a world where access to the materials essential for your smartphones, your electric grids, your defense systems, even your space program, could be controlled by a single nation. Not exactly a recipe for geopolitical stability, is it? That's why the United States and many other countries are understandably concerned about this reliance on China. It creates a strategic vulnerability, a single point of failure in the global supply chain. And in today's world where technology is power, that's a risk nobody can afford to ignore. So, what's the solution? The United States has been actively looking for ways to diversify its rare earth supply chain to reduce its dependence on China. Now let's talk about Ukraine's hidden treasure. For a long time the world didn't pay much attention to what lay beneath Ukraine's fertile soil. We knew about the wheat fields, the sunflowers, the agricultural bounty, but beneath the surface, hidden among the coal mines and iron ore deposits, lay a secret of immense strategic value: rare earth elements. Geologists have long suspected that Ukraine held significant rare earth reserves, but it wasn't until recently that the true extent of this potential became clear. Recent studies and exploration efforts have revealed that Ukraine possesses some of the largest and highest-grade rare earth deposits outside of China. We're talking about deposits scattered across the central and eastern regions of the country, areas rich in geological formations that are known to host these valuable elements. These deposits contain a wide range of rare earths, including those most critical for high-tech applications like neodymium, dysprosium, and terbium. Now, I know what you're thinking. If these deposits are so valuable, why haven't they been exploited already? Well, there are a few reasons. First, extracting and processing rare earths is a complex and expensive undertaking. It requires significant investment in infrastructure, technology, and expertise. Second, Ukraine's rare earth industry has been hampered by a lack of investment and political will. For years, the country relied heavily on its traditional industries like agriculture and heavy manufacturing, neglecting the potential of its mineral wealth. And of course, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, the ongoing Russian aggression and war in Ukraine. The United States-Ukraine rare earth deal, what we know. So how does the United States plan to tap into Ukraine's rare earth potential? Well, in March 2025, news broke of a pending economic deal between the two countries, one with major implications for the future of the space race. While the exact details are still under wraps, we know it's a revenue-sharing agreement that would give U.S. companies preferential access to Ukraine's rare earth reserves. Think of it like this. The U.S. provides the investment and expertise to help Ukraine develop its mining and processing infrastructure, and in return, they get a guaranteed supply of these critical materials. Now, this deal has sparked its fair share of controversy. Critics in Ukraine argue that it gives the U.S. too much control over their natural resources. Leaked drafts of the agreement suggest the U.S. would have significant influence over oversight boards and decision-making processes, leading to concerns about potential exploitation and a loss of Ukrainian sovereignty. On the other side of the world, China isn't exactly thrilled about this partnership. They've enjoyed their rare earth dominance for decades, and they're not about to give it up without a fight. Expect to see them ramp up their own efforts to secure resources, potentially through deals with other rare earth-rich countries or by pressuring existing partners to maintain their loyalty. But for the U.S., this deal is about more than just securing a steady supply of rare earths. It's about geopolitics, about reducing their dependence on China, and building strategic alliances with key players like Ukraine. It's about positioning themselves at the forefront of the next technological revolution, one that will be heavily reliant on rare earths. Why space needs rare earths more than ever. Now you might be wondering why all this fuss about rare earths may be to space exploration. The future of space travel hinges on these elements. Space is a harsh environment of extreme temperatures, intense radiation, and unforgiving vacuum. To survive, that's where rare earths come in. Electric propulsion systems, for instance, rely heavily on rare earth elements. Elements like neodymium, dysprosium, and terbium are crucial for used in advanced propulsion technologies. These magnets ionize and accelerate the propellant, generating thrust. Without them, we'd be stuck with less efficient propulsion systems. Rare earths are all components like solar panels, batteries, sensors, and optics. What's next? Risk, reward, and the battle ahead. We're talking about a potential paradigm shift in the global rare earth market, a shakeup that could reshape industries, redefine alliances, and ignite a new era of competition and innovation. But this isn't a simple game of resource monopoly, folks. It's a high-stakes gamble with enormous risks and even bigger rewards. For Ukraine, the path forward is fraught with challenges. First and foremost, there's the issue of stability. The ongoing conflict in the East casts a long shadow over any potential investment, making it difficult to attract the capital and expertise needed to develop a thriving rare earth industry. Then there's the sheer scale of the undertaking. Building a competitive rare earth industry from the ground up requires massive investment in infrastructure, technology, and human capital. Mines need to be modernized, processing plants need to be built, and a skilled workforce needs to be trained. And let's not forget about the environmental impact. Rare earth mining and processing can be notoriously dirty processes, generating hazardous waste and potentially polluting surrounding ecosystems. Ukraine will need to adopt strict environmental regulations and invest in sustainable technologies to mitigate these risks, but the potential rewards are significant. Final thoughts. Earth's dirtiest metals could fuel the cleanest frontier. We've journeyed from the depths of the periodic table to the vast expanse of space, exploring the hidden world of rare earth elements and their impact on our technological future. Who knew that these obscure metals, often mined in the dirtiest of conditions, could hold the key to the cleanest frontier of them all, space exploration? The US-Ukraine deal over rare earth elements could be the launchpad for a new space age, but it comes with controversy, competition, and enormous consequences. It's a high-stakes gamble with the potential to reshape global power dynamics, redefine the future of technology, and determine who leads the charge into the cosmos. What do you think? Is Ukraine the key to breaking China's rare earth monopoly and fueling the next space race? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more high-stakes space, science, and geopolitics content.